As Mosconi hails from North Carolina, the Tar Heel state, will he show Jayson Shaw a clean pair of heels?
Well, this is a good break off. He's playing for the one ball in the side pocket, Phil, and he makes it, but he's hooked. The next ball is the blue two. After the break shot, the very next shot at the table, the player can play a push out, and that is where roll the cue ball anywhere. You can even hit another ball, you can pot a ball, but the biggest thing you've got to bear in mind when Jayson Shaw comes to the table, he's going to have the option to play this shot or pass it back to Earl.
The first seeds of doubt in my mind about the Europeans yesterday, Jayson Shaw's first couple of shots in that team match, he was very hesitant, very tentative, and that's not like him at all.
Jayson played two-way bank shot there. He was kind of going for the bank, but he was always trying to pair on the side of safety. What a story this is, 61 years of age. Can he get a point, and a big point? This just shows you the love Earl has around the world to win his fans' choice vote. Speed looks good here, Phil. He's trying to use that 9 ball as a blocker. As long as he's cut off the potting angle, that's okay. Looks like Jayson's had a little look, so maybe he can see this. So this is an early tester. Cue ball's on the rail. Full length. This is tricky. Oh, and it's a wobble. It's a wobble early doors. Well, even if he did pot the ball, look where the cue ball's finished. Shaw's feeling it. He looked a little edgy yesterday, not himself. I thought he was going to come out firing. Still early days in this match, of course.
That call could be asking for trouble.
Yeah, Jayson didn't really have much choice there, just to play a little containing safety, and now he's got the initiative. I wonder if Earl can just see that left edge, Phil, you know, the top side of the blue. If he can, he's going to have to roll it really slow. Yeah, that's what he's done. That's actually a really good shot. That's all he could do in that situation. Now you feel like the 8 ball could play a big part in this shot as well for Mr. Shaw. Did the cue ball get there? He was trying to get the cue ball welded on the 8 ball. There's clearly a gap. Can Earl pot the 2? No, he couldn't. What a safety shot he has played there, using the green 6 and the 9 ball as a blocker.
And the Strickland safety has paid, it seems, rich dividends.
Good speed there from Earl. He can just float this ball in now. He doesn't have to get silly, because the next ball after the red 3 is the pink 4 ball. So anywhere back where the cue ball is now. Nicely done. Hit that ball sweet, and this is goes without saying, this is a rack that doesn't matter who you are, Phil, doesn't matter how old you are. These balls just simply have to disappear. That'll send a message to Shaw and Europe. Needs the angle here. This is all about the angle that he gets on the green 6. Well, he's got an angle. Couple of options. He may play this ball in the corner and come high on the 8. Depending on the angle, he may come across the bottom, but you can see he's aiming low on the cue ball. Just wants a cue ball off the rail, that's okay.
All of those matches through the decades, and he's feeling it himself, isn't he, Strickland? You can see it in his face.
Yeah, I was with you, Phil, the puff of the cheeks.
What a reception, though, for a Mosconi Cup, a 9-ball legend. Earl Strickland, 5-time US Open champion, 3-time world 9-ball champion. And there, turning back the clock. Mind you, he's got a point to prove. Yesterday wasn't the best of times individually for him. He had his problems in that doubles match alongside Oscar Dominguez. Strickland and Dominguez were beaten 5-1 by David Alcade and Francisco Sanchez Ruiz. But if he beats Jayson Shaw in this match, all will be forgiven. I think it already has.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's only the first rack, and the noise in the crowd, Phil, it was absolutely electric when he potted the 9. Can you imagine if he wins the point? What's going to happen? We'll be on our seats.
Thank you. Thank you, rack team. You're up to break. 30 by 1 rack team.
That was a good hit from Jay. Good solid hit. The 9-ball was going close as well. Often you see this, the 1-ball travels up to that top rail and leaves the situation. There's no bank shot here, so he's going to have to figure out a safety shot.
I think from a European perspective, we just need the real Jayson Shaw to turn up. He's been absent so far.
Well, this is not good as well from Jay. I don't think he's played a single good shot in the cup yet, Phil. Trying to use the 6, the green 6 and the 8-ball as blockers. He's over it that by 2 feet.
I've never seen him so prone to error.
That was a little delicate one. It looks very easy, but he couldn't really play that shot with any conviction. So whenever you roll the ball, it's never a shot the professionals like. This is all about pace, this shot. He's going to spin the cue ball, and it can easily get lost on me. Got to watch this 8-ball. Got to watch the 8-ball. Has it just stopped in time?
Now, from here, should clear, barring pressure, but of course the pressure is the overriding factor.
Well, the speed of the table has got Earl there. He's overrun this by a little bit. Can he pop this ball in the top right corner and avoid the scratch? If he can't, he's going to have to start getting juicy with the cue ball. Big moments coming up. Well, he missed that ball, but the slide, the brand new ball, somehow it has fell in the pocket. Is this destiny, Phil? You could see the ball just turning over in a few more days when the dirt starts getting on the balls. They won't skid in, they won't fall. He's looking good, Earl, isn't he? He's playing some good shots. He looks composed as well.
Just what I was going to say, playing at a nice, measured pace, a good rhythm, unlike Jayson Shaw, who, in this cup as a whole, has been all over the place. There's only one place for the 9-ball, into the side pocket. Earl Strickland doubles his advantage. 2-0 ahead, and European woes multiply.
Oh, look at this, Earl of Pearls turned into a trick shot player.
There was always that possibility, and the great showman delivered. When you think about his career, Carl, he won his first big event in the state of Nevada, up in Lake Tahoe in 1983 at Caesars. He won the World Championship here in Las Vegas in 1991, successfully defended the title he'd won in Bergheim, Germany the year before, and he remains the only player in the game's history to win the World 9-ball Championship in back-to-back years. So he's got quite a history in Vegas, but I think if he is part of a winning team here this week and he contributes, it might top the lot.
Are you watching to see if they're keeping the cue ball in the within the bound?
Yeah. Right 3, USA to break. Leading 2 rights to him.
Earl was just asking Brendan a question there. He needs to settle down now because he's playing well. And, whoa, look at this break. Has he got a shot on the toe? He has got a shot on the toe. The balls are that pretty. This is just dot to dot.
Are you saying roadmap, Carl?
I am indeed. He's just got to settle down on this first shot. You've got to kind of kill the cue ball. And sometimes when you play that type of shot, you put a little bit of unwanted spin on the cue ball and you can fire it into one of the jaws. Oh, it's in the heart of the pocket. Absolute heart of the pocket. If anything, Phil, if we're being a bit critical, you know, over the last sort of 10 years when I've watched Earl play, maybe this comes with age, fair enough, you seem to have a tendency to throw the odd missing from nowhere, don't you? So can he go on and keep this going, or is one of them misses going to come? But the ball's going in the centre of the pocket so far. Just wants an angle on the brown 7, and he's got the angle. That'll make this shot a lot easier. But again, on these new tables, with the new balls, this type of shot can get away from you. Trying to come back into the centre of the table, and so often the cue ball can come a little bit too far.
Timeout.
If Phil can get anywhere around that situation, he'll be okay. You just don't want to be coming past that mark. Oh, this is good, Phil. This is on a dime.
Earlier this year, Jayson Shaw broke the world record for consecutive balls spotted in straight balls, 669. He's spotting nothing here. All of the pocketing is being done by Earl Strickland. The legend leads 3-0. Team USA in 7th heaven. Look at this. The scenes here at Bally's are unbelievable. And this already is vindication for Earl Strickland's wildcard selection to Team USA this time. For Jayson Shaw, who trails 3-0.
Good hit from Jay, but again, you can see the one ball, Phil. It's always going to track up there. You've got to try and get something going on. And just as Jayson was breaking, the full arena was booing him, and this is what they've got to do. They've got to make him feel uneasy out there. Big rack, this one coming up. If Earl can win this rack, this will give him... this will relax him, because he's on the hill. Jayson's got to try and keep Earl off the hill. That will give him a little bit of breathing space. Same again, Earl comes to the table from a push out. He can play this shot if he fancies something, or he can give this back to Jayson.
Hasn't missed a pot yet.
Doesn't look to be anything obvious on. Surprised to see Earl give this back. When you're 3-0 up, why should you force the mistake?
And also, Shaw's safety, not just in this match, but in the team match yesterday, was a little suspect, I thought.
But he has given it back. It's a smart decision. Just because obviously Jayson has struggled with the speed, and unless he can create some sort of distance, this is all about speed. Yeah, that was the shot Earl would have spotted. He would have wanted to play that. But maybe he felt like Jayson may leak an edge. Earl's not a fan of the jump cue. He has brought a jump cue into the arena. I'm not saying he's going to play the jump shot. Maybe he can't see an edge, but maybe he's looking at swerving the cue ball a little bit just to clip an edge. That would then send the one ball over towards the red 3. And just looking at that, just swerving it a little bit to see that edge. Could see more. So that's what I was saying about the push out from Earl. He knew the safety from Jayson was all about speed control, so he identified the fact that Jayson's struggling. He's put him back, but Earl's missed a little bit of a trick there.
His name is Eagle Eye, Jayson Shaw. The one thing you can always rely on with him, potting ability. He's a natural in that regard. He needs to clear here and to clear his mind.
Yeah, this looks good. Fighting hard, Jayson, isn't he? He knows this is a rep that he needs. He's not had many opportunities. Earl, it's all been the Earl show at the minute. He's not hanging about, is he, Phil?
Never underestimate Jayson Shaw in the opening singles on day 2 last year, so the corresponding match. He beat Shane Van Boning 5-3. You can't get a tougher task than that in the Mosconi Cup.
Okay, he played for the side pocket. I mean, these are tricky. One of the best potters on the tour, of course, but would you want to be playing it in the side?
Jayson finally shows he's a sure thing to clear up. That was the usual Jayson pool. self-assured, full of self-belief, unlike in the first 3 racks and unlike yesterday when he seemed to me as though he was really suffering.
Maybe US breaking for the right side.
Gotta break. Break and run and get on the hill to put more pressure.
I think the back ball on that side is off more, and also you see the 3 ball is there's a gap between the 2, the 3, and the 8. That's why the wing ball's going straight in. If there's a gap between those 3 balls, it goes straight in. Yeah, I know that, but I spoke to Alex, and he wanted me to go back, but I'm going to spin it more. I'm going to spin it more. You know what I mean?
Jayson Shaw having a pep talk with his 2 Spanish teammates on the other side of the arena. It was a conflab between 2 players who have 10 US Open titles between them. Just the 10.
Well, I hope Jayson's Spanish is good because it's all going on. Earl to break. Leads 3-1. Looks dry. Oh, is the pink ball going to go? It has. It's just fell in. Last ball rolling. Yeah, what Jayson was actually saying there for the viewers listening is certain gaps within the rack can determine where balls go. So maybe goes into the corner. So he feels like maybe he's spotting something off the break. Earl's ducking in behind the blue 2 and the purple 5. Not his best effort. I mean, it's okay, but players are trying to get the cue ball welded onto the balls. That takes rails and swerve shots out the equation.
Again, the tactical aspect of the game, although that wasn't easy, is letting Jayson Shaw down time and time again. Not just today, yesterday also. Confirmation, 3 safety errors thus far.
It was all about the 2 ball, wasn't it? It was never going to be easy for Earl. Never going to be easy to get on that blue 2, but now I think he can just thin off the right-hand side of it. Use the purple 5 as a blocker. And if he can get Jayson full ball hooked behind that 5, he'd be kicking.
Extension.
Just to clarify, it's a 30-second shot clock and 1 30-second extension allowed per player per rack. Strickland has chosen to take his extension here. Needed extra thinking time.
Didn't get the full ball hook. That could prove to be massive because that has let Jayson see an edge. Yeah, and because Earl didn't get the full ball hook, Jayson could just separate the balls. Again, it was never going to be easy for Jay to get the snooker.
Gets me when the crowd says boring when someone plays safe. What's boring is them saying it's boring.
Cue ball lower towards the purple 5. It's a good shot. Earl thinks the 2 ball just pulled into the pocket a little bit. That can happen once you level the table. After a couple of days, it beds into the floor. How did the 2 ball not go in there? Where's the cue ball going to end up? Is Earl going to get a shot on the 2? He is. He's got a shot. This is a chance. It was a fine effort from Jayson. Here's another look. How did this ball not drop?
What an opportunity here for the great man to move to the hill.
This rack is all going to come down to this ball right here. If it passes the 8, he's fine. If it doesn't, he's got to go somewhere else. He has an angle, Phil. Does that 6 ball pass the black 8? If it does, this is relatively easy. I don't think the green 6 passes the 8 ball because he's taking a bit of time. It doesn't. Where's the cue ball going? Where's the cue ball going? Where's the cue ball going? He's scratched! What a moment in this match.
Groans from the American fans, the vastly outnumbered European supporters loving it. Silence descends. Have we just seen the turning point we're looking for?
Got to stay positive. He's got to keep up the same mojo he's been doing. This 9 ball to pull it to just 1 behind.
3-2 now. Strickland's lead is being eroded. It was the fans' choice, this match. And I think they made a good choice, don't you? It is gripping. You know, Carl, when you scratch on a pot like this, it really hurts.
Yeah, there you could see the 6, the green 6 didn't pass the 8 ball, so he had to get the cue ball over this side of the table. Just didn't hit it quite as he wanted. It wasn't an easy shot. He just told SVB he dogged it, but you didn't really dog it. It wasn't easy.
Well, I played good, win or lose. Huh?
No, you're all right. You gotta keep fighting, okay?
Pretty amazing.
You gotta keep fighting.
I should have drawn back a little on the 3.
Don't worry about it. You gotta forget about that game, okay?
I was drawn back a little. I could have got underneath it.
1 ball at a time, okay? You're gonna have your chance, okay?
This is just beautiful to listen to. Earls, you can see he's desperate to start losing the plot as we've seen so many years, but Shane's keeping him level-headed. You're 3-2 up. You're still in a good match. You'd have took 3-2, wouldn't you, be walking down them stairs? Of course you would, Earl.
Shaw breaking to try to level.
Where's the cue ball? And now it's his turn to scratch.
The pendulum is busy. It's just swung violently back towards the USA. Had the white made any kind of contact with that black 8 ball, he would not have scratched. But it just avoided it.
He's down quick, he's Earl, isn't he? The balls are there, but there's a key ball on this table that might prove again to be the problem ball for Earl and USA. It's the brown 7 and the 9 ball. It all depends on if that brown 7 ball goes into the right centre pocket. Has he hooked himself behind the 8? I think he can just pop this ball. Does the brown 7 Phil pot in that side, the right-hand side pocket? What a shot he's played there. Earl the Pearl, he's broke out the balls, but it might not be over yet. It all depends on what angle Earl's got. Is he spinning the cue ball round? smart plays, took his medicine, but these are 4-inch pockets now. What a shot. You can see he's feeling it, Phil.
Applied check side to hold that cue ball, but as you say, Carl, this is missable, even by someone of his stature.
Yeah, and it's where he gets on the 9 ball as well. He's overcut the 8 ball. This is turning into a big, big point now. It really is.
The only consolation for Strickland, at least he missed it on the right side in terms of getting safe. Well, that was better tactically, defensively from Shaw.
Earl's got to come off this rail, in behind it, and kick it. But he's actually gone for the jump cue. Earl the Pearl with the short stick. Well, that's not too bad, is it? It could have been a lot worse. If it goes over a pocket, he's lost a rack.
He's got to be delighted with that, hasn't he?
Can Jayson play the bank shot? That's what he's gone for. That's what he's gone for. Has it held up? How big is this 8 ball now in this rack? It's either going to be 3-3 or Earl's going to be on the hill. This is a nasty shot.
I'll tell you what, if Strickland pots it eventually, it will be Europe who will be behind the 8 ball. That was asking an awful lot, Carl, wasn't it? Asking an awful lot.
Yeah, it was. You can't blame him for going for it. But from nowhere, back against the wall, Jayson Shaw's dug in. He's done well. And it's this 9 ball to tie this match up.
Well done, Jayson Shaw. At his lowest ebb, he was 3-0 down. Now, though, Earl Strickland has been pegged back. It is level pegging. 3-3, all to play for. More pool after the break. Even when you've risen to the pinnacle of your sport, winning is never easy in the Mosconi Cup, as Earl Strickland is being reminded of right now. Twice he missed the 8 ball. This was the most difficult of the 2. And even for someone like him, as I said at the time, that really was asking an awful lot. It left Jayson Shaw the easiest task to tie things up. So it started out as a race to 5 sprint. Now it's a super sprint, a race to 2 from here.
3-3, Earl Strickland to break. Still all to play for. He's hitting the break good though, isn't he? He's getting that cue ball back and forth into the stack.
Yeah, it's worth recalling that he won the lag, and so consequently, if it does go hill-hill, he will break in the all-important 9th.
No shot on the blue 2. That's the lowest ball on the table. Never comes easy when you've had chances and you've made a couple of mistakes. You're just desperate for an easy table.
1 point worth making here. We've now played 38 racks in this Mosconi Cup. 19 for Europe, 19 for the USA. Ultra competitive, as it always is.
Yeah, whenever you're playing a safety shot, you're always looking at the object ball. So in this case, it is the blue 2. And Jay's trying to get that safe. He's got to make sure he tries and gets that safe. He's running the cue ball up towards the 8 and the purple. What a beautiful shot this is. It really is. That was more like it from Jayson Shaw. Speed was on point there. Earl's in a world of trouble here. Yeah, this is very low.
Extension.
This is very low percentage for Earl. I'm just wondering, could he do something with the purple 5, like a DF? Oh, that was a nice shot. He might be in a world of trouble next shot, but all you can do is hit the ball and don't get ball in hand. And that's what Earl did.
As you can see, the purple 5 ball easily goes past the black 8, and so whoever makes the first mistake here could leave a real run-out opportunity.
The scratch has come, so the couple of safeties from Jay has given ball in hand. What a turnaround. What a huge point this could prove to be. Playing down for the pink 4 because it only goes in the left, but that is not a good shot. It has to be said. He's way out of line. He wanted to be 2 foot further down the table. I'm not so sure if he can pot this and avoid the cue ball cannoning the 6 ball. Well, he couldn't. He's had to play safe. He's played a good safety, by the way. But that has just let Earl get another shot. You never know when your opponent is kicking at a ball. Crazy things can happen. Jayson was trying to clear the table there, Phil.
And with ball in hand, he picked his own angle and still didn't get anywhere near where he wanted to be. Shaw's susceptible to me, there's no doubt about it.
But he played a good safety, Jay. You know, he run out of line, fair enough, on the positional shot. But he held himself together, and he played a good safety. Earl's apologising, but you know, he's still in this match. It's not over yet, by any stretch. Jayson's just making sure he gets the cue ball on the right line this time.
Recently won the International Open for the 2nd time in Virginia, did Jayson Shaw. In a situation like this, in an individual tournament, you put your house on him to clear up.
Wow. Lucky.
Any angle on the 8 ball now for Jay will pretty much wrap this rack up because he can come back over to the right hand side of the table for a simple 9. And he will be breaking in the next rack. And I think the full match full where Jayson's just not really had a shot on the lowest ball after the break. When your opponent's made a few mistakes and you've come back so many times, you get an easy layout on your last break.
Jayson Shaw knocks in the 9 down the rail. Here come the troops. European captain Alex Lely and his support crew. He was 3-0 down, Jayson Shaw. He's not playing his best. He doesn't look entirely confident to me.
No point going for the combo.
He's been allowed back into this, and now he leads 4-3.
The problem was I wanted to play the combo.
You're still in it. It's not over until it's over. You need 18 more balls to win the match, okay? 18 more. Okay, it's not over.
Talk about a bad roll. I broke good in
I know. I know, you broke the first one. I thought you were going to get a shot on the two because the two is right there behind the one. I thought you were going to get a shot. It's not over until it's over.
One shot.
Jayson's breaking bad, so you're going to get a shot, okay? So just be ready, okay?
Just a couple of shots. I'd have this match.
That's beautiful to see, isn't it? You know, a legend, someone who Shane's obviously looked up to when he was a kid. Who'd have thought he'd be giving Earl the Pearl advice, but he's right what he's saying, Phil. It's not over. It's 4-3. This is not over.
He was also right to say that Shaw's break-off has not been the most effective we've seen from him, so that gives Strickland a glimmer of hope as well.
Now then, what is going to happen on this break-off from Jayson Shaw? Is he going to get a shot on the lowest ball? Is it dry? Is the one ball going to fall in? Is the one ball going to fall in? It's not! Earl's got a shot, but this, let me tell you, this is so hard to get on the blue too.
Shane was right.
This is horrible, Phil, though. The cue ball is on the rail, and the one is right over the pocket. Just look where the blue two is. How do you get somewhere on the left? There's too many balls in the way. That's the problem. It was just so hard, wasn't it, to get the cue ball down this right-hand side of the table.
Every bad roll you could get, I got it.
Kicking at this ball, Phil, if you can get the two ball moving up, you can see the red throw, you can see the edge of the two. How's his speed? Oh, his speed is just delightful in that shot. Shane was right though, going back to just before this rack started, he's trying to just keep him positive, play the game. Jayson's kicking two rails. Good kick shot as well. He's kept that distance. But Earl's still got the upper hand in this rack because he's the one who can see the two ball. He's the one who can make something happen.
Match 1, day 2, and already this is an immense moment, an immense contest.
Extension.
Extension called. Earl knows the importance of this shot. There's a couple of options. Do you start banking the two ball back up table somewhere, or do you chip off it? The chip off looks good. Get the blue two near the 8 ball. That's what he's done. Cue ball's a hair short of pace. If the cue ball finds the top rail, Jayson would have been hooked. Jayson's getting down pretty quick, so he's spotted something. It's a little pacey, this. But the cue ball is on the back rail, Phil. How do you pot this and get on the two? Again, this is just nasty. It looks very easy. You think, oh, it's over the pocket, just pot it and run out. But this is nasty. He may even duck. He did play the duck. He did play the duck.
Now can Jayson Shaw conjure up some magic and break his duck in terms of gaining a point?
Good shot there, Jay. You can see he was using the red 3, the brown 7, the purple 5 and the pink 4 as blockers.
I've never seen him look so intense, so serious. Shaw. Oh, And now he's marked the chance he craved. Is this going to be a wholesale turnaround in favour of the visitors?
Through the match.
Wow. This is the chance Jayson wanted. He lost the opening 3 racks in this point. The first point of day 2 as well.
Treat these side pockets with respect.
He's had a lot of stick off the crowd in this match as Jay lost the opening 3. I think if he goes on to knock these balls in, you're gonna see some emotion. You really are.
Now that was a telltale sign that the nerves are in the back arm. Didn't quite catch the cue ball there as he wanted to.
No, he's got to play this into a stingy pocket. Such a good potter, though. Straight in the middle. This one looks over and done. What a comeback. What a performance.
I'm glad you're taking something for granted, Carl. I'm certainly not. Not the way things have gone in this Mosconi Cup so far.
It's all about an angle on the 8.
Oh!
Steady on. You want to get the cue ball out into the table. Watch the emotion here. He's going to go off on one. He's doing the Earl Strickland celebration.
It's the Shaw strut.